guys, how we doing? Welcome back to the Free Hammers 1000th and first video today.
Hey,
me and Paul are going to be looking at some of the news that's come out overnight with Kostic. We're going to be looking ahead to the season ahead and our fears and our hopes, really. And also, doing some predictions, mate. It should be, a fun show. Join in as we go along, guys. Let's start on yesterday's pre-season. I know you didn't watch it. You was watching, obviously, Charity Shield.
The Charity Shield, yeah.
I was flicking between the two.
I was on a scouting mission.
yeah. Concerns, mate, for me. What worries me at the minute, if you were talking to me last week and I was like, yeah, okay, Skamaka's come in. Kostic will probably be in by Wednesday. And there's a good chance at the time Zielinski and Onana was going to be coming in as well. I'll be honest, mate, without sort of going straight into the City preview, I think we're going to be lining up more or less exactly the same as we finished last season, mate.
I agree, mate. It looks that way. And that's very worrying, considering our form in the back end of last season. Players, I think, and I didn't see the game yesterday. I did watch the so-called highlights on YouTube this morning. There weren't really any highlights at all. And I was following through on the match thread on Knees Up Mother Brown, and it sounds like we were awful, very flat, no ideas. And it's like, there you go. So I was just going to say, Matt, I know you're saying we're taking pre-season too seriously. It's not the fact that we're not necessarily winning games. We don't look fit. We don't look like we know what we're doing. We don't look like we've got a game plan. And mate, the season starts in 7 days.
Yeah, no, I agree, mate. I agree. It's not so much the results. We won every game under Avram Grant and got relegated. It just, like I say, they look devoid of ideas. It doesn't look like they're trying out anything different. And it's the same old. We've seen a bit of Flynn Downs, little bits here and there.
Even then, I don't think Downs didn't even get on the pitch yesterday, did he?
I think he did. I think he came on for about 15 minutes. I'm sure he come on right at the end. But yeah, like obviously a Gerd, we can't, the Gerd thing is, unfortunate.
That's just bad luck, yeah.
Yeah. But there was another friendly going on at the same time, well, under 23s versus Dagenham, and Ogbonna played that game, scored an own goal. And again, mate, it's not that his quality's dwelled, he just doesn't look fit. Like the guy hasn't played football for nearly, going on a year nearly.
Yeah.
It's worrying. It is a little bit worrying, mate, because and we know what Moyes is like as well, mate. That's the problem. With Skamaka, for example, mate, if he starts on Sunday, I'll come on here and hold my hands up and go, I got it wrong. But, mate, he is not starting. No way is Skamaka starting that game.
No, I'll be very, very surprised. And it's not ideal, mate. Like you say, it was so, and I kept saying it was a good start. Every time things happen, so, we signed Aguirre, it was a good start. We signed Downs. Okay, good. That was needed. Mark Noble replacement. Maybe a Crowell replacement. Coventry looks like maybe he could be stepping up, which would be good to see. And then obviously we signed Skamaka.
Was fantastic. A huge lift, wasn't it?
Brilliant. But we can't stop there. I said to you in a message this morning, and I've already seen someone in the comments already saying it looks like Fabianski's starting the season, which I can't get my head around.
Yeah,
I don't understand that.
What's that about? What is
Areola,
that about?
Areola should be the number one. We've got Aguirre got injured. That's really bad luck. Can't blame the club for that. You can't blame Moyes for that. Can't blame anyone for that. That's just bad luck.
It's just
but then we're left with Diop, who wants to leave, and he probably will leave. I don't think we'll see him again. We've got Ogbonna, who's coming back off of a massive injury, who's still not fit. We've got Dawson, who's picked up a niggle, who's been injured, but he's probably our most fit centre back at the minute. Zuma,
and you've got Zuma that's always close to an injury.
Yeah, I don't know if you've noticed it. I've seen a few people saying it, mate. But in pre-season, Zuma has not looked good. He's looked like he's struggling to run. There's definitely something wrong there. And I think we're probably forcing him through it because we ain't got any other options.
Yeah.
We're still going to be lining up with Cresswell at left back still. Masuaku's probably going to leave. I was seeing things that he's going to. Is it Besiktas he's going to?
Yeah, on loan. Yeah, because I thought with that, because I was getting confident that Kostic was going to sign. I was thinking, okay, they've sanctioned that deal because Kostic is coming.
So now we've got no cover at left back apart from maybe Johnson. We're going to have to play a right back out of position. left back. You know, we've got if Ashby comes through, but I don't think he will. Then okay, we've got a little bit more cover on the right. Centre mids, like I say, yeah, we've got Downs in. That's good, but I think we and I think Moyes thinks we probably need one more. We still haven't got a left winger. We've got no competition whatsoever for Bowen on the right hand side.
No, we're still very light. We're still very, very light.
Last season everyone was slating, playing Yarmolenko, but at least he was an option to bring on to play on that right hand side. Who have we got now? Nobody. There is literally nobody. What do we do
unless he plays Antonio there? Unless he put Antonio on the right hand side.
We are so light, and it's I said, and yes, we've made a couple of good signings with Skamaka. Fantastic. Can't wait to see him.
Yeah.
But if we don't get players in this week, this window has been a failure for me.
This week, what you don't think you won't give them to the end of the window? No? I understand what you're saying. We all want to be good to go.
Yeah, if we get yes, we've got another month before the window closes, but we needed players in before the season starts. How many games are we playing between now and the end of the month?
A lot of games, mate. A lot of games. Europa League in there as well.
Exactly.
The draw for that's on Tuesday, which we'll talk about a bit later.
Exactly. So no, for me, if we don't bring players in, and even if we do bring players in this week, they're not going to start.
No, he won't start them.
So if we don't bring players in until the last weekend of the window, when are they going to play? Christmas?
Yeah.
It's for me. This week is massive. If we don't bring in reinforcements,
you've got to get at least one over the door this week, and I'm talking the left-hand side. It's got to be like. Let's talk about Kostic first before we talk about it. I'm really disappointed, mate. I'm actually really disappointed about this one. I really, really wanted him. I think he would have been absolutely perfect for us. He's got quality. He's, best player in Europa League last year, didn't he? One player of the tournament. How do you feel about it, mate?
I was looking last night, and it's not, from what I saw, it's not completely dead. But yeah, he was one. And like you, mate, I really thought that the way that, all the sort of news that was coming out, it seemed like he'd be signing this week. It seemed like once Skamaka was done, he'd pretty much be the next one through the door. And I agree, mate. I think he would have been brilliant for us. And he still may come. If he does, I think he'd do a really good job. He's a fantastic creative presence on that left-hand side. He can cover, that sort of defensively. I think he would have been perfect. I think he would have been absolutely ideal. I really do. I don't want to go down the road of starting to slag Moyes off, because I just don't want to do that. But I think he's been so fixated on Jesse Lingard for the last 18 months. I feel like that's really held us back. I do. I know you said it to me this morning. It's like why can we only try and sign one player at a time?
Yeah, that's what gets me. Because before Skamaka signed, it was once Skamaka signed, our focus goes on to Kostic. Why can't both be going on at the same time? I know they've got the same agent, but surely a little conversation there and a little conversation there, and then it's like, now what is it now? We're going to go on to Maxwell Cornet. I like him as a player. Don't get me wrong, I wouldn't mind him. I think he's a good player. Or Ismail Sarr. But it's like, why can't we talk to both of them at the same time? Because then if one goes, okay, we'll go for him. Or Emmanuel Dennis is another one, isn't it? That's constantly linked. It's too slow. It's like, come on, guys, get bloody things moved. And Nana as well. Like I just see comment there. If we can get on Nana, I would want. If we can't get a Nana, I would bring Sagari as a replacement. Again, we've got to get moving though. We've got to get moving.
It's ones like that. So Sangar, I might be wrong here, but I think he's got a release clause of like 25 million. Is that right?
Might be, mate. Yeah. I know Cornet's is 17.5 if we were going to go for Maxwell Cornet.
So these are things that, like, I mean, if these are actually Moyes' backup options, we're running out of time. I would be triggering those clauses right now.
Right now, mate. Yeah, right now.
I'll be triggering those release clauses. Start talking to the players. Get everything ready to go.
We can't mess around. Like you say, mate, the Lingard thing is just a waste of time in the end, wasn't it? Chaps, Kostic's now turned us down. It looks like Fabianski will start the season. Yeah, again, we discussed that. I'll be really, really disappointed if that is the case, because I love Fab, but Areola needs to be the man now. Peter says, I don't expect anything until the Forest game. Obviously, Forest is the second game of the season. Can't see Skamaka appearing until then. What do you think? Do you think surely he'll come on against City, though?
I would have thought
game
so,
of the season.
Yeah, I would have thought so. I would have thought, I think he'll get minutes, but I don't. I like you, mate. I'll be amazed if he starts. Antonio will start up front.
I'm going to go through some comments, then we'll change the topic. Lack of goals all over the park is worrying. We seem slow and predictable. Yeah, that's what it is about the pre-season. It's not about the results. It's just that, like you say, it's exactly the same as probably our last 15 games of the season. And again, opposition managers will look at it and go, well, West Ham ain't changed nothing.
And just to, I know, there's a lot of comments to get through already, but like, why are we trying to change formation now all of a sudden?
Yeah,
I don't understand why are we going all of a sudden? Moyes just decided, right, I'm going to try and play 5 at the back, which when West Ham play it is 7 at the back. Let's be realistic. It's 3 centre backs, a left back, a right back, and 2 defensive midfielders. So we play 7 defenders, and then there's like 3 attackers running around up front on their own. Yeah. There's nothing in the middle. There's no link up between that.
It is frustrating. It's
especially when you're playing Rice and Souček. I don't know. I don't understand what he's doing. I don't know what he's doing. We haven't got the players to play that. I
trusted him. Do you know what I mean? I trusted him and he has delivered. But at the moment, it looks stagnant at the minute. It looks a little bit stagnant. It was getting exciting. Like I say, Skamaka's coming, this one's coming. And it's still May, and there's definitely money there. I don't think it's just open-ended bids this year. I really don't. I do think he genuinely wants to spend that money this year. But it's just, come on, get it done now. But we're not the only club, mate. There's a lot worse out there. Leicester haven't signed anyone. Southampton have sold a lot of players. There's a lot of clubs that are worse than we are at the moment. The bench was full of the bench will be full of youngsters next year who will not play. Probably true, mate. Probably true. The under-19s annihilated Tottenham, but I just want to know who Moyes would consider. They look good and hungry. Yeah, they beat them 8-0. 8-0 yesterday. Morning peeps from sunny Spain. What are we starting Fabs for? I am dreading next Sunday. We're going to talk about the City game in a minute. Zuma started moving really uncomfortable when we rushed him back last season. You're right, mate. We sort of did rush him back towards the end. Antonio could go on the right. That's what I said. We have options of 2 loan-ins still. So why aren't we taking up the options of getting a left back and a centre back in? Yeah, centre back wise, mate. Players we've been linked with is Amud Diallo from PSG. I believe that's how you pronounce his name. And obviously Milinkovic, however you pronounce it, the Florentina guy. Any of them I'd be happy with. Solid, decent signings. Anyone else for you? Holgate as well from Everton as well. I read.
Yeah, I think a loan. A centre back on loan would be very sensible, very sensible. The
thing is, if we get a buy option in it, if he's any good, Oggy or Dawson will probably retire this year, and then you've got another centre back there to go, haven't you? Yeah. Transfers should be over the line already for the start of the season. Not so late they miss games. It's true, and yeah, Ralph's saying there's 7 games potentially they would miss if we didn't sign into the deadline day. We are lacking depth in the midfield. If we can't get another winger, unfortunately, we may have to play a 5-2-3-1 or 4-4-2. The current system 4-2-3-1 is good, but the whole league knows how we set up. Yeah.
That's true. But if we go to like I say, a 5-2-3, we haven't got the players to play that. I don't know. I really don't know what the plan has been in this off season since we finished.
When you played a 5-2, go on, mate.
I was going to say, since we finished last season, and in the run up to this season, what was the game plan? What are we working on? What are we trying to achieve? What way are we trying to play? What are we trying to do? Why? I don't know, mate. I don't know. The preseason games. So I didn't watch it yesterday. I've watched all the others. We're playing players out of position. There's just really
I don't
weird
get what he's doing.
on.
I don't get it either, mate. I really don't.
I don't know.
Haaland missed the City yesterday. He missed a few, actually. Guaranteed he doesn't miss next Saturday. Yeah, that is where my money's going, mate, on a hat-trick. We'll talk about that in a minute because I don't want to spoil that. Let's quickly get through. West Ham never take the easy option. If City played like we did yesterday, we could beat them next week. Is Tuesday the Europa League draw? It is the Europa League draw on Tuesday. I believe the hardest team we can play, from doing a little bit of research, is Nice. Decent French side. We can't play Florentina now, thankfully, because they're a seeded team. So, again, it's just about getting through. It doesn't matter what the performance is like. It's just about getting through and getting in that group stage. I'm fairly confident. Yeah. I don't know about you, mate. Should have enough. But we've seen it before.
Yeah, mate. All our Ashta Gugu is fresh in my memory, mate. So we'll wait and see.
Definitely. Man City is a free hit. We're never expected to beat him. Yeah. Maybe Moyes is looking at a plan B, playing three centre backs.
That's fine. But we're barely struggling to get one centre back on the pitch, let alone three. I don't know.
It's about building a consistent partnership as well. You know, like I said, when Oggy and Zuma were playing together, it was good. Dawson did wonders last year when he could, Dawson. But a good centre back is only as good as the partner next to him, you know, and it's about building that chemistry. Off topic, women's 2020 winners. Don't think we'll win, sadly. I had £1 free bet sitting in my account, and I just said to my daughter, I went, "Oh, what do you think the score is going to be?" And she said 3 to England, so I put it on 33-1. Probably won't happen, but I just went with what she said. I haven't seen anything to inspire me in pre-set. I think a lot of people are worried. And negotiations are so slow because every detail needs to be shared with and okayed by Sullivan. Yeah, it's probably a bit of both. Probably a bit too, the famous line, too many Chiefs, not enough Indians. I remember asking the both of you about Holgate and Godfrey, but looks like Moyes wants Holgate. I'm like, it's a good signing, English centre-back. Moyes would, do a job with him. At the end of the day, we was all turning our nose up with Craig Dawson, and now he's like a cult hero. Do you know what I mean? I trusted him. X is saying West Ham try to get one in through the end of the window. Hopefully.
Yeah, I did see this. So my X said that we're trying to get at least one more in before the end of the window. Hopefully,
at
4
least
in.
One. It needs to be at least 3.
Yeah, there you go. I think that's what David's saying. Like, hopefully we'll get at least 1, maybe up to 4. Like you say, mate, we need a minimum of 3. We need minimum of 3.
No, but if you don't achieve for example, an Onana, we don't achieve Kostic, you go and get someone else. Or otherwise we're in that situation that me and you banter about all the time, mate, of there's no one better in the world ever than Mikel Antonio. No one better in the world. And then you have the same situation of there's no one better on the left-hand side than Ben Rama. There's no one better in the middle than hit and miss Lanzini. Do you know what I mean? It's frustrating. It's incredibly frustrating. I would have loved Zielinski as well, but again, I think a bit out of our range, I think. Lads, £200 plus 5-minute admin fee for 2 adults. My old man is fuming with the prices.
£100 a seat. Where are you sitting?
Ridiculous. Yeah, where are you sitting, mate? You're sitting next to David Sullivan for them tickets and Trevor Brooking with a nice little blanket.
£100 a seat.
Yeah, I'd want to be sitting next to Trevor Brooking for that price. The squad's thinner than last season. The team will be on its feet halfway through the season. I agree, mate. If we don't sign any players, we're in big, big trouble. What has Newman been doing?
Mate, see, the thing is, I agree. I think Newman has been like a lot of these players that we've been linked with, I think are Newman picks. I don't think you can blame Newman. It's not up to him to do the negotiations and sign the players. No, he's just there to pick these players out.
This one's good player. This one's good player. I've got contacts with this one. This one, yeah. Them prices are for £5. £5. That's the cheapest. £1 is obviously the dearest ones.
Yeah, that can't be right.
Well, that is.
It's not £100 a ticket for £1.
Especially with 5 subs next season. Yeah. Okay, so that's enough for the transfers. Unless we come back to that in a minute. What can we talk about? Let's go Man City then, mate. So yesterday, I will do an individual preview, guys, if you don't catch this one. Yesterday they played Charity Shield. they looked a little bit off, or were Liverpool really good? I don't know. I hate saying that about Liverpool because I don't like Liverpool. Hollah missed a lot of chances, 2-3 real good ones. Nunes was fantastic, I thought, for Liverpool.
Yeah.
What about you, mate? Is it maybe we can catch them cold? Is that me being really optimistic?
I don't think so, mate. I don't think so. I think the challenge that City, I think City will win the league. I think the challenge that City have got this season, and you could see it yesterday, is they're not used to playing with a striker like Haaland. So many times yesterday, I mean, Haaland's movement is incredible. He's incredible.
Yeah.
The way that he can get between the lines and get between defenders and find space is unbelievable. And there were so many times yesterday where, and with the players like Kevin De Bruyne, you expect them to see that run because they're not used to playing that way. See when that clicks, when they start realising he's making those runs.
Yeah.
Frightening. So I think it all depends on how long it takes for that to happen. Knowing us, it'll probably happen next weekend. De Bruyne will be like, oh, right, okay, they'll be working on that all week in training, and he'll probably score 5 against us.
I said that to you, didn't I? I said I did wonder whether Man City will take a bit of time changing their style of play, that they're so used to that tiki-taka, 500 passes, and then boom, they hit you. Where now, like with Haaland, if you watch Borussia Dortmund and things like that, he's very direct, they're straight into him, he's running onto it. De Bruyne, like you say, mate, he's more than capable of finding that pass. Bernardo Silva, Foden, all of them are capable of finding that pass. It's whether, like I say, we've got to hope it doesn't click, really. Grealish is always good for a goal against us as well. We bloody love scoring against us, Grealish. Who else do you like in their team, mate? Obviously, Haaland, really exciting to see. De Bruyne, really exciting to see.
Take your pick. The kid who came off the bench yesterday and scored. What was his name?
I can't remember. I was a bit part watching it.
I'm going to look that up. He looked really good. But I mean, realistically, take your pick.
Mate.
Julian Alvarez.
Alvarez,
came off the bench for City and scored. He looked pretty good.
My favourite player for them. Well, I love De Bruyne, but obviously I always say, mate, Cancelo is just he's ridiculous. He is ridiculous. Like the geezer could play anywhere. He's just so good. The goalkeeper's the best goalkeeper arguably in the world. Got Kelvin Phillips obviously as well. I don't know whether he's fit or not. I'm not sure. But that's a good battle with Rice.
It was interesting. It'd be interesting to see how they do line up. I was surprised to see Ake starting yesterday.
Yeah, left back. Yeah.
He's starting at left centre back. He did. So it'd be interesting to see. But I mean, take your pick. When they're, if we'd looked good in pre-season, if we'd had a good pre-season, and I'm just thinking back to the beginning of last year, where we looked fluid, the counter attacks were really good.
Season,
we were getting the ball forward quickly. We looked dangerous. Then I would be saying, we can take the game to him here. But from everything I've seen in pre-season,
if I'm looking at it positively, the 3 games we played against them last year, we played really well. Up there, we were very unlucky in the snow. We beat them in the cup on penalties. And then we had that fantastic draw at the end of the season, which, again, arguably we should have won that game. First home game of the season.
I'll be honest,
the fans will be electric.
I think this is probably why he's been doing it in pre-season. I think we are going to pack the defence. We'll play 5 at the back, 2 defensive midfielders. We'll sit back with 7. They'll probably score in about 15, 20 minutes, and then we won't know what to do.
Yeah.
That's my prediction.
Yeah, no. Let's look at us then. In terms of it. Any change, mate? You think, will we see, if you were predicting the lineup, I suppose you'd predict exactly the same, wouldn't you, mate? Soufal, Zuma, Dawson, Cresswell, Fabianski, Rice, Soucek, Bowen.
Antonio will start probably up front.
Antonio,
and then it'll probably be Fornals.
Lanzini, Benrahma.
I think it'd be Fornals, yeah. Predictable, uninspiring. I mean,
I agree, mate. I agree.
It's different, because and people have said, I've seen people saying it, and it's true. You're knocking this team because it's the same as last year, but look how well the team did last year. That's true. It's true. But towards
You
the
become
back end of
predictable.
last year, we fell off massively. And it looks like we're going on that same trajectory. I hope I'm wrong. God, I hope I'm wrong, please. I hope I'm wrong. I hope we come out next weekend and we look unbelievable and we're quick and we're fluid and the
Listen,
passes
if
are
we
there.
lose next week, it's nothing to be ashamed of.
No, of
Like
course
you
not.
said,
No one
here's
expects us.
free.
No one
No
expects
one
us.
likes losing the first game of the season. No one likes losing it.
No, but at least you're getting it out of the way. Do you know what I mean? No, I'm not sitting here saying, "Oh, if we don't beat City, Moyes should be sacked and everyone on the team should go." No, of course not. Don't be stupid. I'm not saying that. But it's just worrying. It's just worrying.
Do you think there's any chance of Skamaka starting? Do you think there's any chance that he starts?
There's obviously a chance, but I can't see it. I can't see Moyes throwing him in off the bat without any game time whatsoever in pre-season. I can't see it. I hope I'm wrong. I'd love to see him start.
Well, how long do you think we'll see him for then? 75th minute?
Yeah, 15 minutes, mate. 15 minutes.
I'm
When
really
we're
looking
probably
forward to
already
it,
4-0 down.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it's a hard one, isn't it? Like, you want to see him, but also, maybe the Forest game is maybe a better game to get started in for him.
Yeah, I don't know, mate. I don't know. I you know,
The thing is, they're talking about like.
I'm not trying to. I mean, I was going to say I'm not trying to compare, obviously, Skamaka to Haaland, but
No.
do you see Guardiola saying, "Oh no, we're going to ease him in. We'll ease Haaland in. We can't play him straight away. We'll ease him in." Although, like I say, Núñez obviously didn't start yesterday. Came off the bench, looked fantastic for Liverpool.
Yeah, no, he looks good.
So,
he looks really good.
I don't know.
The thing is, what I hate about it, yes, you have to give him time. It's a new league, and he is young. He is only 23, Skamaka, but this is an Italy international, man. Who's had a real good campaign in Serie A, wanted by PSG. Put him in. Put him bloody in. It's not like Antonio's banging him in pre-season either. Like if we were sitting there going, "Oh yeah, Antonio scored 4 goals in pre-season. He looks really sharp." Even Bowen scored 1, has he, in pre-season? I think Souček scored 2.
Right. Bowen at the bias. How many one-on-ones has Antonio missed in this pre-season?
Oh mate, he's
3,
been
4?
shocking. He's been shocking. Oh, what happened there? Go on, mate. You was talking about Antonio.
I just said how many one-on-ones has he missed in pre-season? Unbelievable.
It's just shocking. He's shocking, mate. He's shocking. Yeah, I don't think we're going to win. I think we a classic West Ham line. We're due a hiding. I think 3-1. I think we'll lose 3-1. I do think we'll get a goal. Maybe Souček or Bowen. But I don't. Yeah, I can't see us winning.
I can't see us scoring, to be honest, mate. I can't see us scoring. I don't know where the goal's going to come from. Like I say,
I think Souček's in the mood again.
I think we're going to play this very defensively. I think we're going to pack the box. I think we're going to sit back. I don't know. I'm not looking forward to it, to be honest.
No. Well,
let's hope that all this doom and gloom and misery. Let's hope this is wrong for a start. But if it is right, let's get it out of the way. Let's move on to the more realistic teams that we can play.
Sometimes as well, mate, where this is a free hit, if I'm trying to get some optimism out of the pessimism, is sometimes when you get a good idea and you see the weaknesses, it forces them to do something. They'll be like, well, we're really weak down that left-hand side. We're really weak here. We do need to actually go and spend some money. And the pressure from the fans, fans back there making noise,
Yeah.
You can take some positives out of a negative sometimes. Let's go in. It's the biggest joke ever that we have less players now than we did last season. If we don't get 4 through the door, we are going to struggle. We are not in a position to sell anyone. I agree, mate. Where are we? Please educate me on the new substitution rule. Is it that only English competitions or for all competitions? I think it's all competitions, Matt. I'm not 100%. I think it might be all competitions because the World Cup's such a funny time and, it's just trying to give players more chance, I think. Sorry, but I was rooting for Liverpool. Can't stand the City fans today. Only City fans due to money. No, I like City. We've always had a good relationship with City.
I agree with that. I agree with that. And I don't know if that's fair. Obviously, the younger City fans are going to be like that. But I mean, there's nothing, that's just the way that it is. But I think City has still got quite a good core fan base who remembers what it was like before the money.
I
You know,
think we've always had
they
quite a
were
good relationship with them. You know,
City were a team on a similar status to us
yeah,
before the
just
money.
got
You know,
got the winning ticket, didn't they?
Mm.
I can see us getting battered next week. I think most people say it. What's your prediction, mate? Before I carry on, any sort of like I say, I said 3-1.
I don't think we'll score. I mean, if it clicks, I'm worried. Especially our defensive situation at the minute. You know, we ain't got any fit defenders. I don't know, mate. I think it could easily be 3-4-0.
And what about Haaland? Predictions for him against us?
He's going to score 100%,
Yeah,
100%, 100%. He's going to score. Yeah, 100%. It probably. I might back him for a brace.
yeah. Is Ake available? I'd take him.
I'll
I'd take
take
him
him.
as well. But by all accounts, I don't think the Cucurella thing's going to go through. Obviously, he handed his transfer request at Brighton. That was obviously who Pep wants. But Brighton have, they're staying strong, saying we want 50 million or nothing. So they'll probably hold on to Ake if that is the case. We didn't do too bad last season, 2-2. No, we didn't. We played every time we played them last year. I believe Pep come out and went, that's one of the hardest games. Like West Ham is always one of the hardest games. I just hope we keep that up, don't you, mate? That we keep up that sort of, we don't get our bellies tickled. You know, if a team does beat us, they've really got to beat us. You know, they've got to.
It was a long
bloody
time,
good
wasn't it?
game.
It was a long time where we'd only lost one game by more than one goal last
Yeah.
season. I think it fell off at the end, but there was a long time. So no, I agree, mate. I agree.
Yeah, if we can keep that sort of steer up. Alvarez,
Julian
unreal
Alvarez,
when he came on. Yeah,
he was. Yeah.
Duncan, I really thought we was going to win 3-2 against City last year. There was loads of games like that. The Arsenal game, obviously Chelsea we beat 3-2, Liverpool beat 3-2. We had loads of really good games last year. Sorry, we did play well enough against City to scrap a win, in my opinion. Even up there, we played well. We played well up there as well. Only fell off because Cresswell head fell off. Sorry, Matt. I was saying about Ake. For me, it's a draw minimum. It's going to be the same old. We'll be dire second half for the season. It's looking the same. I agree at the minute, mate. I'm a little bit nervous. I'm not totally deflated, but I'm nervous. Everyone wants to see Scamacca. They certainly do. Moyes' plan B couldn't stop laughing. He's wasted so much time on ones that don't want to come. Needs to just coach players and leave player transfers to Newman, who probably is tearing his hair out. Yeah.
There's a
Go on, mate.
I was going to say, what do you make so obviously the situation that we're in now, where we didn't get Lingard, looks like we might not get Kostic. Cornet could be going to Everton. We could have in our team right now, and could have had for the last couple of weeks, Danjuma.
Yeah,
but apparently Moyes.
Didn't like his attitude. Yeah, and by all accounts, Danjuma was fantastic season for Villarreal. Yeah, mate, I totally agree with you, mate. Or Ben Breton Diaz, we probably could have gone and got him or someone like that. Again, whether you think he's better or not better, it's opinions. But yeah, he seems to obsess over a player, and then I don't know. It's like a teenage boy. Like he goes on a bit of a sulk because he's been rejected for a couple of weeks. God, I'm never going to get over her. And then it takes him 2 weeks to get another crush, sort of thing.
Yeah,
that's what it's like.
I agree, mate. I think Newman. I mean, at the end of the day, that's Newman's job is to provide the players, and then more, obviously. And I'm not saying. I think the manager should have final say. I think they should, because at the end of the day, it's the manager's team, and he's gonna live or
at the
die.
End of the day, mate, we've seen it with Moyes as well, mate. If he hasn't brought the player in, mate, he won't play you. Like,
yeah, exactly.
It took a long time with Ben Rama to get him in. Arguments about Crow and stuff like that, whether that was a Moyes signing. What about Vlasic? Just quickly on him, mate. We haven't mentioned him. Do you expect him to go? He's another one that's probably.
I think if an offer comes in, I think he'll go. Yeah.
Did you see the manager? I think it was Torino. Was having a fight walking out of the car park of Torino with the sort of managing director over Vlasic. It was over Vlasic. He wants Vlasic. He's the he's Croatian, like their manager, and obviously wants him at the club. Really likes him and that. Yeah, and they actually was like to blows, mate. Is the videos on Twitter? Yeah,
I haven't seen that. You'll have to send me that. I haven't seen that.
we should have got all of our players signed before pre-season. How can you try out a new system without the right players on board? Yeah. And with that, mate, you're hoping for players to hit the ground running straight away because they ain't had a chance to, gel in quickly. The City game will be a follow-on from last season. Moyes won't expect a win. Same old tickets sell themselves. Trying to skip through a few here. Sorry, guys. Some managers make it a point of principle to not play them straight away. Does made it. I agree. I don't like all that. Like, it's like a surprise. He's come on now. Like, just bloody start the geezer. Start him. This is a joke now. Cresswell at left back against City. Where the is Moyes' brain? Yeah, I can't deal with Cresswell much more either, mate. What about you?
He's been targeted for a long time now, and I think, to be fair, and I think this is what I don't really like about this ain't fair on Cresswell. This is the same as like when Kevin Nolan was playing in midfield for us long before he should. Cresswell's had a fantastic career for West Ham. He's had a fantastic career. He's been a great player for us. He has. Cresswell has been a great player.
Yeah, mate, and on an attacking front, he's arguably one of our most, potent attacking threats with the
delivery
and the
from
passing.
set pieces, and but his time's done. His time is done. We are constantly targeted down that left-hand side. He constantly makes mistakes every game.
Yeah.
Obviously 2 red cards last season, and I don't think Aaron Cresswell has. I'm going to use the word legacy. I don't think Cresswell's really got a legacy at West Ham, but like this is now tarnishing that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I think that's fair enough. But he's been a fantastic signing, from lower league and proved it and gone on. But yeah, now he's done now for me. Like he don't really win a tackle. He gets targeted. He never wins a back post header. We need someone a bit better now. We need a quality coach, manager, and that certainly isn't Moyes. Some good points he has, but more bad ones. I don't know, mate. That's harsh. 2 really fantastic seasons. 2 of the best of my West Ham supporting life.
Yeah, no. Listen, I'm not calling for Moyes to be sacked. No way. After where we are now compared to where we were a couple of years ago, like you say, back-to-back European campaigns, really, really good finishes the last 2 seasons. No way am I calling for Moyes to go. No way. I know I've been very critical in this show.
And he has got faults. He has got faults.
But I'm not calling for him to go. Listen, and like I was saying earlier, if Moyes is the one turning players down, if it is what they call him, Divering Dave, and it's his fault we're not getting the signings over the line, he will live and die by that. If we do fall off this season, it will be down to him, and he will take the blame for that. But I'm certainly not calling for Moyes to go now. No, I'm not. I'm not.
No. This is a really good debate I had on Friday when I did a show. Despite our debate about which was more attractive, so me and Ashley was debating about Premier League or Champions League, it looks like Kostic doesn't fancy us. Perhaps he wants his contract to expire and then be a free agent next year. That is the rumour. His contract runs out. And my argument was that Premier League, barring the top 10 clubs in that competition, I would say West Ham are probably more attractive than a Champions League club, apart from Real Madrid, Barcelona, Juventus, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah.
I think that's fair, yeah. And like you say, Kostic knows he can let his contract run down and pick up a massive signing.
Jesus versus Scamacca. Thoughts who will score more? Jesus looks like he's on some serious fight. He scored an hat-trick yesterday. I believe he scored a couple of braces as well.
It'll probably be about 2 months before Scamacca starts the game. So
we're going to talk about that towards the end of the show, because me and Paul are going to do some predictions about how many goals, top goal scorers and stuff. Great show, boys. Good luck with the shows. Thanks, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Like I keep saying, not far off 4,000 now. If I can ask both of you, what new player may impress you the most? For me, is Downs. Yeah, I think Downs has got a lot of potential. But I'm hoping Scamacca. I want nothing more than Scamacca to be a 15-goal a season striker and just an absolute beast like Arnie. Where I fall in love with him and want him on the back of my shirt. That's what I want.
I agree completely. I don't think we'll see much of Downs, to be honest, Matt. I think he'll play the cups. I think he'll play the the conference games.
So we could see quite a lot of him because if we did
Yeah,
get
yeah,
the group
yeah.
stage,
I don't think we see much of him in the league.
No.
And barring injuries or whatever. But I think he's been bought in. Excuse me, more for a long-term thing. But yeah, it's good. It's good. I
Morning,
hope he does
Jake.
well.
I hope you're well. So I'm just getting through because there's a lot of there's a lot of conversations between the two of you. So he's replied it. Look at his CV, boys, and me. One more season, only give him. If he does well, then look at staying. You boys too young for Greenwood and Larway. Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
We're not being spoilt. Your generation was spoilt when we actually used to win things. Why do we always keep broadcasting players that we are going for? Other teams keep quiet and go out and buy them. Yeah, it's true.
You say that, mate. I don't know. You see that a lot, but I think it's more a case of we're all following West Ham news and we're all looking out for the players.
Yeah, I suppose that's true.
We don't pay attention to what the other teams are doing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or I don't anyway. I'm
If
not
you followed
looking out.
another team, you'd be looking for the news, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I'm not
That's
looking
true.
on Twitter and on forums for rumours about who Brighton are going to sign or who Palace are going to sign or Southampton or Arsenal or whatever. I'm not looking out for that. I'm sure their fans are, and they see the rumours as well. So I don't know. I think it's more a case of we're just more aware of it. And it's not like, it's not like in world football, agents saying out there, letting other teams know if there's a club interested in their player. You can't, there's no such thing as sneaking in and buying someone without anyone else knowing.
You can't sanction for that. I think Moyes and his team have targeted 2 for each position, as he should, but with Anana, Kostic, Zielinski and Jay Lings, etc., you can't force them to come to us, even with massive offers. Yeah, you can only put what's out there, but again, you've got to move on quick. Like I say, you can't sit there and sulk like a teenage boy, like he seems to do. We're going to quality. The only issue I have is why don't we tap them up first to save time? I do think conversations were had with Lingard, and I do think some conversations were had with Kostic as well. It's just sometimes it just doesn't work out. Kent agrees with me. Cornet is a massive own goal if we don't go and get him. 10 goals minimum, and we need 5 more players to be competitive and weaker. Yeah, probably Burnley's best player against us when they did beat us in that game at the end. I do like him, energetic and pace as well. I always say it, pace. I'm off, lads, to West Ham Park for a cheeky 5-a-side. West Ham home versus West Ham away. West Ham Park. That's where I do my sports days. Cheers, Matt. Have a great Sunday. Right. Let's go on to predictions, mate, about the season. Let's start with, where do you think we can finish this season?
It all depends, doesn't it? It depends on what happens in the next 4 weeks. Where can we finish
with the current squad? Then let's say we've, let's say 2 average signings coming in, and I'm not talking about good signings, just 2 little squad filler signings. Where can this team finish?
Top 10, top half, top half. It'd be nice to be pushing for the European places again. At the moment, I don't think we've got the team for that.
Any fears of relegation?
No. Unless something drastic happens, and we do end up, with only 1 fit centre back for the season, and like it's Dawson or something, then maybe. But no, I don't think so. Even with how we are now, right now, I think it would be a failure to finish bottom half.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think anything less than 8th is a bit of a failure to be a 9th. I'd say 9th. I know people keep arguing with me about if West Ham finish 8th, that's regression. It's gone from 6th, 7th, 8th. But it's hard, isn't it? It's hard because every team around us is improving. And, teams have had off seasons and we've not capitalised on them. What was the next one I said to you? Who will be our top goal scorer?
I'd like to say Scamacca, because now we've actually got an actual striker. But I think it'd probably be Bowen again. Yeah,
I think Bowen. I think Bowen will get 15 and have a good season. Do you think Scamacca's going to be a good signing?
It's impossible to say.
Being excited, but
It's impossible to say. It's impossible. You know, it all depends. You know,
We're
we all
due one to
remember.
click. We're
Yeah,
due one
we are.
to, you know, we're due a hero to come again. You know, since probably Arnie, really. You know, who's actually been like someone who's like, yeah, he's exciting. He can do something. It's been a
You
while.
know, if he settles into the league, and I think the biggest problem is going to be getting him the service. If he settles into the league and we get service around him, if we do end up signing a player like Zielinski or Kostic, I think he'd do really well. If we end up playing him like Antonio, where he's up front on his own and there's no one within 30 yards of him,
it won't work.
Forget about it. So I don't know. It depends, mate. I really hope so. I really hope so.
The thing I like about him as well, it looks like, you know, he comes deep and his shooting looks fantastic. He looks like, you know, really, really cleanly hits the ball. And he's just, like I said, I like the arrogance. I like an arrogant player, mate. You know, in the right sense, you know, a player should go on the pitch going, I believe I can do this. You know, Arnie does it. He's hero, Ibrahimovic, you know. It's good to have that. You know, it shows it. And when they play for your team, you love them. I just hope it works. Hope it works. What we got else here? One to watch for the season. And we'll do West Ham and then we'll do the exact same questions for Premier League.
That's quite funny. One to watch.
Yeah.
There's no one, who's new.
But like, who could be, who could have a really worldy of a season that maybe you wouldn't expect? Like, you maybe could throw Ben Rama out there. You could go, oh, maybe you have a worldy of a season this year. I'm just saying, I wouldn't pick him personally, but
no, he won't.
I think Soufal's going to have a really good season. I think Soufal's back.
Let's say Souček. Let's say Souček will be back to where he was 2 seasons ago. I can't see any breakthrough players. I can't see any youth players tearing onto the scene.
Yeah.
It's very negative, isn't it? Sorry, guys.
No, mate, it's a bit downbeat at the minute. It is. After being so high on Monday, you know, and what a video that was as well, mate. Come on, what?
Oh yeah. Fair play to the club for that. That was fantastic.
Especially our generation that used to watch it as well. Yeah. And then the fact that they got the real geezer to do the interview, that was just genius from West Ham. Hammer of the year, early prediction.
Rice.
Yeah, maybe to try and keep him to stay. Yeah, I agree with that. Rice. Let's do a Premier League one then, mate. Who's going to win the league?
I still think City will win the league. Although I can't see anyone touching City or Liverpool. They're too good. They're too good. But I still think.
I think Tottenham.
I think City will win.
As much as it hurts, I think Tottenham will have a really good season. Good manager and a good team. Top 4, any chance of West Ham?
What about? Sorry, you didn't answer that. Who do you think will win the league?
City. Yeah, City. Yeah, I think if Haaland gets going, you know, can't judge him on yesterday. Do you know what I mean? First time he's ever played. I think he'll. I think he'll win it. What about top 4?
Obviously,
Liverpool,
City, Liverpool.
I think Tottenham will get third. I think
Tottenham will be up there.
I think Arsenal got a massive chance this time. If Jesus, you know, Jesus, whoever you want to say it. Man United ain't getting it. Chelsea
no,
total
Man United. I don't. Yeah, Man United and Chelsea look a mess at the minute.
So you have to say
Arsenal.
Arsenal.
I suppose you would have to say Arsenal, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you'd have to say Arsenal.
But I don't know. I don't know.
What about flop of the season?
Do you know what? I think there'll be a surprise in the top 4 this year.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
I think there'll be a shock team in the top 4 this year. Yeah. Hey, let's hope it's us. Yeah. Sorry, go
on. Sorry, not flop of the season. Yeah, let's say flop. Like what? I think Chelsea are going to be terrible. I really want Man United to be terrible though as well. I
always want Man United to be terrible. To flop. Yeah.
I do really want Ten Hag to flop. I want a sulky Ronaldo.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how he settles.
He's meant to play tonight, Ronaldo. He's meant to play in a friendly today. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It'd be interesting to see how they get on.
I do think it's quite funny. I like Ronaldo. Yeah, there's no denying he's on the decline, but I think it's quite funny that he came out and was like, "Oh yeah, I want to go," and then PSG, yeah, we don't want you. Atletico Madrid fans actually was like, "Do not sign him." I think Bayern Munich, no, we don't want you. Chelsea, no, we don't want you. I think it's quite funny that one of the greatest goal scorers that's ever lived, and they're like, no, actually, no.
It's surprising though. It's surprising to me. I mean, he's still a quality player.
Oh yeah, mate. If they said, "Oh, West Ham, do you want him for a year?" Yeah, yes,
yeah.
please.
I mean, he's still one of the best players in the world. So I don't know. It's weird that I mean,
it guarantees you 25 goals. Man United were
yeah,
terrible last year, and he still got 25 goals.
yeah. I don't know. I don't know. It's weird that I mean, I can understand the likes of PSG not wanting him. They don't need him. Why would they need him? But the likes of Atletico Madrid, I don't know. I think they would have been a good signing for them. You know.
Mm. Yeah. What about sort of an early prediction as player of the season, mate?
I mean, the obvious standout is obviously going to be Haaland. Or are you talking about West Ham?
Oh no, we've talked to West Ham, don't we? Declan Rice. I'm talking about just
yeah.
general.
So yeah, I mean, everyone's. I'm sure, like 99%
Luis Diaz
of
as
people
well,
have got
Liverpool.
Haaland
If he carries on like he did
in their fantasy league team. Yeah, I do like the look of Nunes, though. I think he looks very good.
You can understand why he didn't come to West Ham when you see how good he is. And last one, relegation, mate. Any sort of early predictions for that? I think you can't look past. You know, I love Scotty Parker, but I think his Bournemouth team's going to go straight back down. I hope they don't, because I think if they stay up, he's got a chance of being West Ham manager in a few years. Fulham are always like a Norwich up and down. What about any surprises though? Like, I think Forest might stay up, which means one of them other clubs could go. I'm looking at Southampton and Everton, maybe with Fat Frank.
Oh yeah, Everton.
Leicester, Leicester have sold a lot of players.
I think if Lampard stays for the whole season, I don't think he will. I think he'll get sacked. I think he'll be gone by Christmas. But yeah, Everton's a shout.
Yeah, they're not great, are they? They're not great at all. Yeah. Let's go through the comments. Victor, I think Kretinsky now, that wouldn't happen now. Moyes is sacked. Yes, you was talking about something different. Yeah. Kent says, we are teetering at the moment. We could finish 7th, but we could easily finish 13th with the squad. We've got the additions, could be same as last year. You stand still, you get to took over. Yeah, Declan Rice was really vocal about that yesterday. You know, he said he talks good. Whatever he talks about West Ham recently has been really, really good and positive. But he's like, listen, this is a big club and we should be, acting like a big club and trying to, carry on being good. I'll tell you one thing we didn't talk about, mate, before I go back in. Bowen, heavily, apparently Arsenal have inquired about him. I don't think Arsenal will pay that money. But what do you think of that one?
Yeah, I did see that they're talking to his team or whatever.
I don't think they pay 75 million, mate. I think he's at least £75 million player.
How much did they pay for Saka?
No, Saka was youth.
Was he?
Pepe was 70 million.
Yeah, it's Pepe who I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Sorry, it was Pepe I was thinking of. Yeah, so I don't know. They've done it before. So I don't know. I don't think he would go to Arsenal at this point in time anyway. Like you say, maybe if Arsenal have an unbelievable season and finish top 4.
I'll be honest with you. I think he's if I had to put money on it now, I think he's Salah's replacement when Salah goes next year. Because they wouldn't get rid of Mane and Salah this year. I reckon Salah goes next year, and I reckon they'll go all out for Jared Bowen next year.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. Yeah.
Yeah. Or obviously they want Jude Bellingham as well. Ralph, I was used to have a conversation. Sorry, guys. We had 3 top 10 finishes on the spin once in our history. I agree, mate.
But so what? So all right then. So what? Do we just resign ourselves to being crap?
No. I think what it is you've got to look at it that, mate, how often is it one good in our lifetime, 1 good, 6 bad?
Yeah, I agree. But like you say, exactly what Declan Rice was just saying. So what? All right. So what is that our mentality then? Oh well, never mind.
No. Yeah, we've got to go. We've got to stop that. That's the point. That we're at a point now where we can stop that pattern and continue being. I've always used to say it, not so much now because they're crap, but I've always wanted us to be like an Everton and be like a team like that where we're consistently sitting around that top 7. That's what you want. You want to be the best of the rest. And, if you can go on, it takes a lot of money to do it, then so be it. But I think Newcastle will be there soon. That's the problem. I will judge the new striker after 25 games, but strikers live and die by the service. He needs it. Hollah did, but didn't get the service, but got hammered for it and moved on. and was hot mustard. He scored some great goals for us, Haller, as well.
Yeah, and I think
Really, really
if
good.
you look back when he was here at our shows, I think we were saying the same thing. You know, I think we always pretty much backed him, and we said at the time it was the right time for him to go. It didn't work out, but it weren't because he was a bad player.
Exactly what you were saying earlier, mate. If Moyes plays Skamaka like he did Haller, it is not going to work, and he needs to. This is not the new Antonio. This is Skamaka, and you need to change your tactics to suit him. And just my thoughts with Haller. Obviously, I believe he's been ruled out for like the whole season now, mate, with the chemotherapy and stuff like that. So yeah, good luck to him. You know, bad luck for Dortmund, mate. Obviously sold Haaland. I thought Haller was going to have a worldie of a season for them as well. So yeah, good luck to him. Wishing him all the best. If Bowen takes the penalty, he'll be top goal scorer. Only forwards that take penalties will be. That's a good question, actually, mate. Who's the penalty taker? No Mark anymore.
At the moment, it looks like it's Lanzini.
Yeah, who has taken some good penalties.
Recently. Yeah, that's it. If he's on the pitch, obviously, when we get him, you wouldn't say Lanzini's a starter. So, I don't know.
Well, Rice seems to think he can take them, but I don't like when he steps up.
Yeah,
it makes me nervous when he steps up, Rice.
As Bowen ain't he hasn't taken a penalty for us, has he, Bowen? I can't think of one.
No, I can't think. Did he take one in Europa League? I can't remember.
I can't think of him taking a penalty for us. That's a good question, mate. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Souček would be my man to watch if he plays in his position and Rice sits back. Yep, I think that's fair enough. If Bowen is top scorer in the Prem, he just leaves sooner. He won't be top goal scorer in the Prem.
No, not in the Prem. We were just talking
top goal
about
scorer for us.
We were just talking about for West Ham. Yeah.
West Ham,
hopefully he is top goal scorer for the Prem.
That'd be unbelievable. Yeah, we'll be top 4 if he's top goal scorer. I think Tottenham will finish the 11th after Conte walks for Christmas. No, I
hope so.
I've got fears they're going to win a cup this year. I think they might win a cup this year, Tottenham. I do. They look good. Tottenham and Arsenal will both finish in the top 4. I agree, Tommy. I think that's a fair assessment. Someone's asking Paul a question here. Paul, can you see Onana? Sorry, Paul, can you see Onana? If true, the rumour he actually wants to come to London Stadium is coming. Go on, mate. You can read that.
Can I see it? Do I think he's going to come? I mean, as far as I'm aware, they haven't rejected our bid that's on the table yet.
Yeah,
that bid's still on the table. So it wouldn't surprise me if he did come. It actually wouldn't surprise me if he did come. It really wouldn't. I mean, the fact that the bid
I think he wants
rejected,
to come as well. I think he's another one that wants to come, but it's down to money at the end of the day and the club wanting it. So there's a lot of that going around. Flop of the season: Everton, United, Chelsea, surprise team, Villa. Yeah, I think that's a good shout. Villa as a surprise team. I'm going to crack through these because we've been going for nearly an hour now. We'll be a top 8 team again, so another good season. Yeah, I'm not turning my nose up the top 8, mate. That's all. I think that'd be good. Duncan says Skamaka for player of the season. Bournemouth, Fulham, and Everton to get relegated. Oh, that'd be interesting. What we got here? Wouldn't mind seeing Villa go down. Skamaka can become a legend here if we build in around him. I agree. We've got to build around him. 6, I think, only because the Conference League. What about the Conference League? We didn't talk about that, mate. We've got to go. In my opinion, we have to go all out to win that. Yeah. We got to a semi-final of Europa League. Showed we've got a bit about us in them games. For me, we've got to go out and try and win that game. Win it.
100%.
Yeah. What's a minimum for you, like in terms of what Moyes should be setting as a target for that? I think quarter-final, semi-final again, mate. I think it should be a minimum.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. You want to be there, thereabouts. Like you say, yeah, I think you've got to be aiming to win it. And if we don't at least get to the semis, I think that'd be disappointing.
Bowen to Arsenal is a non-story. I agree. It would just be West Ham to win something this season, just as Noble isn't there to lift it anymore. Yeah, it would be, wouldn't it? If Skamaka starts drifting out to the left and spooning shots into Rose head anytime shoots in the box, I give up. I agree. I don't think anyone is as bad as Antonio can be sometimes. Last season's team constantly targeted our left-hand side. A new left-back is a must. I think most people are saying that, mate. Spot on, Kent Moyes. Problem, not Haller. Hope he recovers well. Laid back, striker as opposed to Skamaka style. Yeah, apparently as well, this Skamaka, mate, obviously, I don't know whether you read it as well, Ruud van Nistelrooy coached him when he was 16 at
Did see
PSV.
that, yeah.
Not a bad coach to have. Did you see who the new attacking coach is at Man United?
Oh, I did, yeah. Benny McCarthy.
Yeah. Well, he looks like when he packed up for West Ham, he looks the same weight. I thought that was a weird one. That's a weird one.
It is a weird one, yeah.
It's a weird one. That.
Hey, listen, good luck to you.
What a player, though.
Benny,
well, not for us.
I mean, yeah, not for us, but, you know,
but
yeah,
for
but
Porto and that, he was fantastic.
In his prime, yeah, what a player.
Yeah, and Blackburn. Blackburn, he was really good as well.
I was so excited when he signed for West Ham.
So was I. So was I. I was like, oh, bloody hell. And then turns up and it's Benny McCarthy's fat brother. The new guy up front, Antonio on the wing. Bowen going nowhere while he's with an East London girl. I did say that myself. You know, he's happy. And if Danny gets pregnant with a baby, would he want to uproot her? Different feeling after pre-season compared to last pre-season. We will build into this season. Put the new guy up front and put Antonio on the wing. I think so. I think most people say that. You two boys work well together. Well, we have been best mates since we're like bloody 14 years old. Do you know what I mean? I've only known each other about 21 years.
Good job, Luke. Well done, mate.
Yeah. Hi, Luke. Do you think West Ham will sign any players before the Man City game next? I hope so, mate. I really hope. I'm making another video because I go to Turkey on Friday, so I've got a bit of time to make some videos this week. So I hope I'm announcing a signing as well. But who knows with West Ham? We're the slowest, like 4 days of negotiations, 3-day medicals, 2 days to get them to the training ground and talk to David in person. It's hard, isn't it? We flap about a bit, don't we?
We do, yeah. Yeah, we need to sign players before next Sunday. We need to.
Yeah. I think we need to push for 6. One of the big boys always bottles it. Just need some depth. Yeah, I'd love to see Chelsea bottle it. Love to see them bottle it. I think we'll win the Conference League and qualify for Europa League that way. I hope so, mate. Listen, mate, bite your hand off for it. Look what it meant to Roma. That's what I always say. Roma's first ever European trophy. Look what it meant to them. And again, it's just when you win something, you're there. Players look at you and go, "Oh, they've won something." And it just brings better stuff. Benny, ha ha ha. Man United be lucky to finish top 10, a huge club, but going nowhere. Mate, the Frankie de Jong, or is it Luke de Jong or Frankie de Jong? I can't remember which one plays for Barcelona. Mate, he's doing all he can to not go there. He's like, I do not want to go here. I do not want to go. But like Barcelona sort of obviously need money to sign players. I think it's quite hilarious. Like they haven't got that poor anymore. They've not got it.
No, they haven't. It's great to see.
Okay, look, didn't realise that. Nice to see the future West Ham is in good hands and young.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm 38 in about 6 months.
Yeah, I suppose it's perspective, isn't it? Yeah. Probably young compared to quite a lot of the people that watch us, but old to a lot of the people that watch us as well. We're kind of the middle generation
middle brand now. Yeah, Ariola looked good yesterday, didn't he? Yeah, he looked all right. But like I say, my fear is that Fabianski's going to be starting, mate. We're finished for next week. Hit the like button and help Luke and Paul. Anything else, mate? Anything else you want to talk about quickly? Any sort of thing that's I think it's just we need to sign some players, don't we? We just need a couple more for the door.
I mean, that's it. We need. I think we need that lift as well. You know, we need that lift because everyone's on a bit of a downer. We are as well. You know, I think we need if we can get 1 or 2 through the door this week, give everyone a lift, give the fans a lift, go into City with a bit of optimism. You know, no one's expecting us to win, but get that out of the way. Go at least go in feeling good, and then move on to the next games. You know.
Yeah, I agree, mate. All right, anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Good audience today. Got up to about 70 people watching, which is nice. This will be the last one for a couple of weeks. Like I say, I'm away for 2 Sundays now, so we'll be back in sort of 3 weeks' time. But I will be doing videos when I'm in Turkey. I'll be doing the previews for City, previews for Nottingham Forest, etc. But me and Paul will probably be back together for build-up of the Europa Conference playoff, mate, which is a few weeks' time. Until next time, enjoy the game, enjoy the season. Good luck to England women team today. Hopefully they can bring it home. Until next time, come on, you irons. Keep believing. Let's go.
Cheers.